Video guitar lessons right on your iPhone. It's free. The Guitar Song Lesson app from Center Stage. In this song lesson, we're going to take a look at All About That Bass, sort of the obvious song to do on a bass lesson website. But we're going to take a look at the cover version that Postmodern Jukebox does, featuring Kate Davis, who's a wonderful bass player and singer, where she does it actually on a stand-up bass and sort of in keeping with doing this volume about walking bass. There's some good walking bass stuff in it, not the entire song, but some of it's more of like a two-beat feel. But it's a very straight-ahead song with a few changes, a little more jazzy sounding, and sort of was in keeping with this volume. So all about that bass. To begin with, the line I was just playing at the beginning is the chorus. And this is in the key of A. So we start with a regular A chord, and we have this line. And what we're doing here is playing a C sharp sliding in, or sorry, C sliding into a C sharp. It's kind of like a blues thing, because that's a flat third, major third, and the fifth. And then we're going to do the same thing with a B minor chord. We're not going to use any blues stuff, but it's a B minor in the key. Like that. The B, 1, and then 2 to minor 3 to 5. So we're basically doing kind of an arpeggio for each chord. 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5 in B minor with a little slide. Then you go to E and do the same thing with a little blues. And back to A. Like that. And that's the chorus. So next comes the verse, and the verse is very similar with a little bit of a change at the end of it, at least in this sort of jazzed up version of things. So we start out with the A again, and then we're into the B minor, and then go right to an E. So instead of, in the chorus, we have 2 bars of A, 2 bars of B, and 2 bars of E. In the verse, we have 2 bars of A, then we have 1 bar of B, and then we actually have 3 bars of E. And she plays it real straight ahead, like a two-beat thing, where we're just kind of like almost a, you could call it a bluegrass feel, but it's really like a jazz two-beat. So here's the beginning of the verse. A chromatic approach to the B. Go right to an E. So the phrase is a little odd, but with the vocals this works out just fine. So once again, from the beginning of the verse. And then the first ending of the verse. We do 2 beats on A, 2 beats on a C7, 2 beats on a B minor 7, and 2 beats on E, dominant 7th. And these are very sort of classic jazz changes, kind of jazz bluesy changes. So, back to the verse again. A to B minor, which is also 2 minor, but only for 1 bar. We go straight to the E, which is 5. Let me do that again. A, 2, 5, and then we stay on 5, and then we go 1, flat 3, 2 minor, 5 at the end there. 1, flat 3, dom 7 to 2 minor 7. B minor 7 to E. So we go back to the verse again and play through it again and go to the second ending. So here we go, the verse again. This is A, B minor, E, 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 and then we got this. So making sure you can see that here in the camera. I'm up on a high A here, up on the 9th fret. You can see in the tab. This is an A. If we go up the major scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 degrees. This riff is the 3rd degree, the 5th degree, 3rd, 2, 1, and then we go down to the 6th here, this F sharp. Back to 1, 2, 3, 5. So it sounds like this. Now, in the video, she's singing this line. This is the melody line of the song there, and she sings and plays it at the same time. And that's the second ending of the verse. Okay, so next we go to the B section. And this is sort of, again, just kind of a variation on the same changes that we're using throughout the song. So the only difference here is the chords move faster. We start on an A for 2 beats, and then we go to a B minor 7, then a C minor 7, 3 minor 7, then back to a flat 3 dominant 7th, the C7 chord, and then a B for a whole bar, E, then E for a bar, E again, back to A. So, the B section again. And this happens twice, it repeats. We start off A, and again, because it's a 2-beat feel, there's really only one note per chord at this point. A, B minor, C sharp minor, C major, or C dominant 7th, B minor for a bar, and then E for a bar, and then E again, and back to A. And then it starts over again. So we go back to the A again. B minor, C sharp minor, C dom 7, B, E, E, and then A. Then we go back to the chorus, the way the song starts out. So A, B minor, E, 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 back to A at the end. And of course, this time only plays for 8 bars, so it's really only one time through the chorus. So after this 8-bar chorus, we go to the booty back verse. And it's a verse basically, but it has a break at the beginning where she sings that "I'm bringing booty back" line. In this version of the song, she does a little thing on the bass way up high here on a high E, a little chromatic thing. I'm bringing booty back right on that line. It sort of starts that verse, and then we pick up again with the B minor. So 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, B minor, and work to the E, and then we go. It does that riff again. So that booty back verse is really only one time through, and it ends with the riff that she sings along with. So let's do that again. The booty back verse starts with this up here on a high E. 4, 1, 2, we go to the B minor. So after that booty back verse, it goes back to the B section again. You play all 16 bars, so you do the whole repeat. And I'll just do that here just for the sake of practice. Starts off on an A, B minor, C sharp minor, C dom 7, B minor, E7, E, A, and repeat. B minor, C sharp, C, B minor, E7. So then, now at this point, we go back to the verse change. I'm sorry, the chorus changes, and the time on the video, they go into a double time, sort of what we would call cut time. And she plays a walking bass line twice as fast, so it's eighth notes instead of quarter notes, and it really ends up being a solo. Now this is much higher on the neck and is a little bit more complicated and stuff, but it's a nice little piece to learn if you want. I have transcribed it note for note on the chart. I'm not going to go over it here because it would take a little while to do, and it's more advanced anyhow. So for those of you that really want to get into this a little bit, you can use the video to practice with, but you're going to have to familiarize yourself with the notes. Now it's on the tablature and everything. One thing to note, though, because the second part of the solo is very, very high on the neck, it's above the 12th fret, I transposed the second part of the solo all the way down an octave, so it's still down in the normal part of the neck. That should make it easier. So there's a lot of notes in it, and it'll take you a while to sort of build up some speed on it. It's kind of complicated. I mean, she's improvising basically over the chorus. The chorus changes. And but it's a great example of a walking bass line solo, double time. Once the solo's done, we come back and we do another B section, and then there's a last chorus that she sings quiet and sort of by herself to end the song. So there's the Postmodern Jukebox version of All About That Bass, featuring Kate Davis on the upright bass.